Well, we couldn't possibly have this forum without talking about guns, gentlemen. I watch your TV ads. It's like watching the hunting channel sometimes. So let's talk about guns, both in the context of the tragedies of mass shootings, but also in the context of protecting and respecting our Second Amendment rights. And Mr. Mills, will begin with you.
Oh, thank you. First of all, we need to enforce the laws that we currently have rather than making up new ones. It doesn't make any sense when the laws that we have right now go unenforced. But also, I'm somebody who will stand up for your Second Amendment rights. Representative Nolan has earned an F rating from the NRA. That's a failing grade from the National Rifle Association. And again, if anybody wants to debate that, they can go to nolanrecord.com and see how he earned that failing grade, or go to the National Rifle Association's websites themselves. It will settle the debate pretty quick. However, he also voted for a national gun registry, the McClory Amendment. He wanted to ban smaller framed handguns back in the 70s, and then he gets back to Washington, D.C., and then he goes on the Sunday morning talk show circuit and starts talking about banning semi-automatic rifles, the ones that look scary to him, and to have the government tell us how many bullets we can have in our gun. You know what? Representative Nolan has more than earned his failing grade, and in Washington, D.C., I will stand up for your Second Amendment rights. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Sandman.
Well, I totally support the Second Amendment as a veteran. I've been trained to use guns, but there needs to be some tweaking with the registration and background checks to keep the psychopaths and crazies, as I would call them, from getting their hands on that. So we need to dig deeper, more into the background checks and not allow the school shootings to happen. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. So that system is failing. So we need to look at that process of registration and background checks for anybody, any type of gun, buying that. And that's a start. But I do support your right to bear arms. Everybody's rights to bear arms. But we need to do more background checks. Thank you.
Thank you. Congressman.
Stewart, what I said on CBS Face the Nation is that I don't need an assault rifle to shoot a duck. And I don't. Perhaps you do. Maybe you should spend more time at your shooting range. But the fact is, right now, you can only have 3 shells in your gun when you're shooting ducks. The fact is, there have been numerous safety measures that have been passed over the years that have not in any way abridged the right of our right to bear arms. That's just the hard, cold fact of life. You kids can't go to school with a machine gun and a grenade launcher. That was outlawed a long time ago. But that doesn't take away our right to bear arms. The right to bear arms, as Skip pointed out, is fundamental. Many of us have taken the oath to safeguard and protect that right. And with regard to the NRA, I'm going to repeat it again. It's been made clear that the NRA is made up primarily of Washington lobbyists in $1,000 suits lobbying for gun manufacturers and the people who sell guns. The NRA guys that I hunt and fish and hang out with, I've seen surveys that show that 3 out of 4 of them support background checks. Do you really want the right to sell guns and arms to people that are convicted violent criminals and terrorists and people who have been found with serious mental illness? Do you want the right to sell guns to those people? What do you have against background checks? Gun safety is one thing. Protecting our Second Amendment rights is another. And I support our Second Amendment rights. I love to hunt. I love to fish. I love to sport shoot. And my wife, quite frankly, we live in a rather remote location and glad to have some guns around for personal protection.
Thank you. I'd like to remind a few members of our audience to please control themselves. Mr. Mills and Mr. Sandman and Congressman, I'll offer you 1 minute rebuttals, and maybe we could touch on reasonable gun control, which we keep hearing about. Mr. Mills?
Well, first of all, I think it's way over the line to accuse me of wanting to sell guns to criminals and terrorists. We have the NICS background check right now, and again, we should follow the laws we have rather than to create new ones. And I believe the exact quote that you used was, "I don't need an assault rifle to shoot a duck, and I think they should be banned." All semi-automatic rifles, that's what we're talking about, work exactly the same way, regardless of how they look. And also, you know what? I don't want the government to tell me I can only have 3 bullets in my gun. So if you want to find out how Rick Nolan earned his failing grade from the National Rifle Association, you can go to the NRA's website or to nolanrecord.com. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Sandman, do you have anything you'd like to add, sir?
Just want to reiterate is that we need the background checks. Everybody in this great country of ours has the right to bear arms. But we need to do something to keep the crazies, the psychopaths, the mentally ill from getting their hands on assault weapons and walking into a school because they had a bad day. We need to do better background checks.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Let's turn.
Congressman has one
Oh,
minute.
Excuse me, Congressman.
Well, I just want to agree with Mr. Sandman here. And Stewart, you know that they can walk across the street. The people that Mr. Sandman is talking about that we don't want to have guns, they can walk across the street from your store and go to a gun show and buy all of those guns. And as Mr. Sandman said, and I agree, something needs to be done about that. And I'm sorry that you oppose that. But many of us feel that background checks are important to keep guns out of the hands of murderers and traitors and people who are violently and criminally insane and threatening violence on other people. There's no reasonable civil rationale for not putting together a complete system of background checks to keep guns out of the hands of people with those histories and those kind of inclinations.